Okay, I'm back. I had my first technical difficulty. It looks like my iPad ran out of storage, so I deleted one of the older videos that I made for you guys before. Um, okay, so back to drawing, uh, finding the light shape and the shadow shape. So clearly, the light shape is where the light is hitting. This is compressed charcoal. Oh, great. Um, Light shape is where the light is hitting. All of this stuff. And serves me right for grabbing a piece of charcoal without paying attention. Light shape, shadow shape is pretty much everything else. Okay, so while I continue onward here, this is another shadow shape, by the way. The eye area here. Now, sometimes I'm going to use the side of the charcoal to do some of this laying in value. Sometimes I'll use the tip and do some cross hatching. Because everything is going to get blended, it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm realizing I just did a little line down here to where the ear should be. And I'm finding that things are a little, that I got the ear wrong here. So this is the top of the eyebrow. Shoot this line over like this. Maybe more like that. Okay, this line needs to come up. So, oops. Start moving things around here. So one of the things that I enjoy about working with charcoal is the ability to move things around. Okay, so I'm finding the shadow shape in here. In here. It's kind of strange to be looking up. That's kind of an unusual viewpoint. Okay. So if I wanted to, I can start to go a little bit darker with, let's just say where the eyes are. I can start to darken those up just a little bit. Because I'm working in Vine, I know I can pretty easily lighten those things back up again. Now, it's kind of funny, especially when I see it on the camera, how everything looks kind of comical right now, just in this state. And one of the things that I've got to say about drawing like this is that's exactly what's supposed to happen. If I were to go in and start drawing eyelashes and trying to make my eye look just right, it's going to look. But the problem is, it might be in the wrong place. So I'm putting all those eyelashes in, and I realize, oh, the eye is an inch, too far to the left, or whatever. So just like embrace the awkwardness of, working this way. Wow, that compressed charcoal is really making me kind of frustrated underneath there. That's okay. Okay, so we're back to this. Now, okay, so that everything is looking pretty flat here, of course. So one of the next things that I want to start doing is I want to start thinking about the planes of the face. Actually, okay, there's one more thing. Having established the general dark and light, shadow and light areas here, there's the next thing. Is actually to find the center line of the face. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of run, so the hair, what's there? What is there, Ken? What is there for hair? No, not enough. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a line. So this is the hair, the mass, where I get to the, let's say, forehead, got the eyebrow area over here. Okay, so I'm finding the center line, and the center line of the head is going to go like, let me see here. Actually, I'm a little too far to the right. So let's say we go over the head, the hair like this. Then I'm gonna go down. So because of how my head is leaning, I'm gonna find the center line goes like this. It dips down in between the eyebrows like that. And now I see, let me see here. Do a little measuring. See this line, actually, it's a little steeper than I thought. It goes down the nose, and then down this, which is called the philtrum. Do you need to know that? I don't know. And down here. So then, okay, so that weird looking line is the center line of my face. So now what I can do, knowing this, now I'm just gonna blur it out just a little bit. Now I can come back into this line and draw the bridge of the nose. And find this line here. And one of the things that this center line does, when I locate that, I'm clarifying the light areas a little bit more here. Once I find that center line, it's going to help me to know where to put my head also. So this helps me to know where the pose is, again, if I lose it. Okay, so one of the interesting things that happens, and I need to talk about this real quick, if I were looking straight on at the camera, then my eyes would be halfway between the top of my head and my chin. So the bottom of my chin to the top of the head, generally, if you're looking straight on, if you ran a line through the middle of the eyes, it's gonna split that distance, half and half. But as soon as I lean my head back and I'm looking up, then all of a sudden, the top of the head area shrinks a little bit. And so the eyes are gonna appear to be higher up on the face than they normally would be. If I were looking down, then this shape would increase. So I'm just explaining that. I'm looking at at the image here, at the drawing, and I started getting nervous when I see how high up the head the eyes actually are. And I'm like, okay, that ain't right. But it is, because I am looking up. So here we go. Back to figuring out, now I'm thinking about shapes and planes. Not thinking about nostril. That's not an okay thing to think about right now. I'm thinking about shapes. I'm looking at the planes of the face, realizing this is actually wider than it should be. Looks like I'm getting a visitor soon here.